Hey everyone! Today we'll be cooking up this beautiful piece of brisket. Today we're just working with this flat piece that we've got from Kelly's Butchers, which is one of our local places in Melbourne. This one is 3.5 kilos. We're working with a piece of meat that's MS 8 to 9 on the wagyu scale, so really beautifully marbled, nice amounts of fat in here as you can see. So yeah, let's get started. Okay. First things first, I'm going to pat down the meat, get rid of any extra moisture. Alrighty, now for trimming. So this piece of meat has already been trimmed pretty well. There's not too much excess fat on this side. There is a little bit of silver skin to remove. You can see there's none really here, but it starts here. So I'm gonna remove that and any of the thicker pieces of fat like over here. And then we'll have a look at the other side. Oops. Maybe a little bit tricky to get the edge. I absolutely am not an expert in this, but that's okay. Okay, all right, that should do for now. The silver skin on this one was pretty thin. It was just kind of tearing when we were removing it, and that's what we've removed from this side. So now time to flip it over, have a look at the fat cap. Okay. So yeah, this side is pretty well trimmed up. I'm just gonna look for any really hard, thick bits of fat, like maybe over here, trim those off and we should be okay. We're gonna be cooking this one fat cap side down today. So we're gonna leave a bit of a layer of fat on there. That should all render off nicely. We don't need to worry about it too much. All right, so now to trimming. Quite a hard bit over here. Whereas this is much more jelly-like and soft, so I'm going to leave that. Having a look. Take some off over here. There we go. All right, and that's it. All trimmed up, ready to go. As I mentioned, doesn't matter that there's a bit of fat around the place on the fat cap side. That'll go straight down and should render off into the barbecue. For our rub today, we're going to use something new that we've not tried out before. This one is called Big Bark by Butcher's Axe. It's a quite dark rub. It's got some charcoal in there. We've given it a bit of a taste. It's quite smoky, a little bit sweet. And we're going to be applying that with a light to medium coverage over the beef today. We really want to preserve some of that nice marbled flavour that's in the beef already. And we've not used the rub before, so we don't want to go too heavy with it. First up. Now that our rub is on and all patted in, we're going to let that set while we heat up the barbecue. We're cooking the brisket today using the snake method. If you want to check out how it's done, click on the link in the top right hand corner. For our cook, we used hickory wood chips for smoking, and we cooked it until it had a nice dark bark and it reached an internal temperature of about 75 degrees. So the brisket's been in the barbecue for 4 hours now. It's at an internal temperature of 75 degrees. That means it's time to wrap it up and pop it back on the barbecue. After cooking for another 2 hours, we gave it a test. It wasn't quite probing like butter yet, even though it was at 93 degrees, so we decided to let it cook for another 15 minutes. So the brisket is now probing like butter. We've brought it out. Now I'm about to wrap it up in a towel and pop it in our trusty esky / chili bin / cooler. This is actually a really easy way of just resting the meat. We're gonna do it for about an hour. Okie doke. The brisket's now been resting for 2 hours and it's time to have a look. That looks awesome. Alright. Nice dark bark. You can already tell that's super jiggly, super soft. Alright, time to get this out and slice it open. It's dripping with juice. Okay. Alrighty, let's take a look. Nice and jiggly. Jiggle. And now, time to cut it open. How's that for ASMR? Oops, let's get through there. There we go. You can see a really good smoke ring on there. Super happy with that. Lots of moisture. Okay. Okay, that's nice and bendy and jiggly. Really happy with how tender that is. All right, let's see. All right, let's give this a taste. That's awesome. I've had really good brisket before, but nothing quite this marbled and fatty. Gives it a really rich, just super moist texture, really beefy kind of flavor. Super happy. I hope you enjoyed watching us cook up the brisket. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in next week's video.